Alright y'all, welcome back to part 2 of the Taylor Swift Fearless album reaction. If you haven't seen part 1, I recommend you watch that one first. That one we covered the first half of the album, now we're going to continue the second half. So I'm not going to waste no time for the intro just because I really want to get into this and y'all are here for a specific reason. But y'all know the deal, if you enjoy the content, please consider signing up for the Patreon. The sole reason why I'm able to continue to make content, but honestly just you being here really means a lot to me. Now with all that said, without further ado, let's get back into it. Alright, starting where we left off, track 14, which is Jump Then Fall. Let's go. Oh, that is twangy.
I like the way you sound in the morning. We're on the phone and without a warning, I realize your laugh is the best sound I have ever heard.
Look, that instrumental right there, it's a little bit twangy. It sounds like it has some flanger to it. That is crazy. I love that. Obviously, her voice sounds very bright and warm on this project, and it's the re-recording version. So I kind of have a little bit of a like, she has her mature voice here, like her matured voice. Obviously, she's a lot older as she's re-recording this, so it sounds different. So I'm very curious to hear the OG version in the future.
And every time you shine, I shine for you.
Oh. Brought those drums in really nicely. Okay. Yo, that instrumental is so nice. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I like the way your hair falls in your face. You got the keys to me. I love each freckle on your face.
She did it again. This album, she's doing the ho. You know, that little Taylor ad-lib is crazy. It's the little shit of music that just makes everything so enjoyable for me. The I don't know what it is about it. But then also the way she's going about this song is also, it kind of feels like a live aspect. It feels like I'm in the crowd watching her perform this song.
Well, I like the way your hair falls in your face. You got the keys to me. I love each freckle on your face.
She got a really nice melody going on.
I've never been so wrapped up, honey. I like the way you're everything I ever wanted. I had time to think it over. And all I can say is come closer.
Shout out to all the beautiful people out there in the world. We see you.
Don't be afraid to jump, then
Jump, then.
fall into me. Baby,
Her melody choices on Fearless, so comforting. Oh yeah.
The bottom's gonna drop out from under our feet. I'll catch you, and people say things that bring you to your knees. I'll catch you. The time is gonna come when you're so mad you could cry.
Come on.
But I'll hold you through the night until you smile.
Not bad, not bad.
Whoa, I need you, baby. Don't be afraid, please jump and fall.
Jump, then.
Fall into me, baby. I'm never gonna leave you. Say that you wanna be with me too.
Very catchy. I already want to sing along on first listen. Then fall. That was, oh yeah, I love that one. That was really nice to hear. Jump, then fall. Jump, then fall. I'm gonna be singing that for the rest of the year now. Just randomly. Jump. She has a way of just being catchy, but also you pay attention to the lyrics and they're very captivating, obviously, right? Because that's where she gets her bread and butter from, is the fact that she can make something so vivid just from her songwriting, right? So you listen to this, it's taking me back to a time, but it's also something that people can really just enjoy, whether they're listening to it casually or in depth. I mean, the live band aspect, I think that's why I really love Fearless. I mean, not Fearless, Speak Now, is because it had that live band aspect to it. Yes, it's still kind of country in a sense, but not too much in that realm, but still having some of those elements. And transparently, I do like a little bit of country. I'm still not fully into the genre yet, but I've definitely opened up to it. This one right here is, you know, more so pop, but also has some rock / country elements into it. So it allows for a very enjoyable listen. And then she's still sticking to that whole thing of being warm and just the whole kind of fearless concept you know, if you've seen the part 1 to the reaction, you would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Jump Then Fall was really nice, very catchy. She was making, man, whew, this is only her second album. Again, this is the re-recording. I don't know which songs past 13 are, you know, from this actual era, but I got the privilege of hearing the mature Taylor voice, so, which is really nice. Track 15 is Untouchable.
Untouchable like a distant diamond sky. I'm reaching out and I just can't tell you why.
I knew she was gonna switch it up right there.
I'm caught up in you in the middle of the night. When I'm in this dream, it's like a million little stars spelling out your name. You got
That was nice. In the middle of the night when I'm in this dream. Oh, that is crazy.
in the middle of the night. When I'm in this dream, it's like a million little stars
Spelling.
spelling out your name. You gotta come on, come on.
Having a very strong guitar presence really does help with that whole kind of theme she's going for this.
It's half full and I won't wait here all day.
Hey, I hear that guitar.
Saying that you'd be here anyway.
That's a lie, but ooh.
I mean, I'm done in the middle of the night.
Oh.
When I'm in this dream, it's like a million little stars spelling out your name. You gotta come on, come on. Say that we'll be together.
Come on, come on.
Oh,
In the middle of the night, walking from this dream.
I wanna feel you by my side, standing next to me. Little taste of heaven.
Oh my gosh. Dun, 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 dun.
So untouchable, burning brighter than the sun. Now
That line,
you're close,
I would never get
feel
old.
like coming undone in the middle of the night. When I'm in this dream, it's like a million little stars spelling out your name. You gotta
Come on, come on.
Oh,
In the middle of the night when I. This is one of them ones. Come on. And then you go end it with some O's. Oh my gosh. Talk to him, sailor. Oh. She switched up the delivery. Ooh.
It's like a million little stars.
Yo. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What an album cut. What a fucking album. Sorry for cursing so much. I've been trying to like not curse, but when I get excited, it just kind of happens. That was so amazing. I mean, you can get into the lyrics of it, but the songwriting being so catchy for what it is, and then it was very repetitive, but in a good way. Like I did not want to stop hearing that. I wanted that song to keep going for another 45 minutes. That same in the middle in the night when I'm in the dream. Like I can hear that all the time. And then towards the end, she switched the delivery. That was everything to me. I loved it. It was very dreamy, very atmospheric. Again, you listen to the lyrics about admiration and just like some sort of like distance emotionally. So that in itself is just beautiful, right? But then you got the in the middle of the oh man. You gotta come on. Like she is so catchy in a great way. And it doesn't really seem so forced. Cause you know in some songs, when they repeat it that often, they know they got a catchy one, but at the same time, it's still very organic. It felt like it kind of came naturally, but when you that was so fire. That was so fire. I love that one. Anyways, the next track is a song that we already heard, but this time it's a piano version, so that should be exciting. Forever and Always, let's go. I'm gonna try not to sing and ruin this one.
Once upon a time, I believe it was a Tuesday when I caught your eye, and we caught on to something. I hold on to the night. You looked me in the eye and told me you loved me. Were you just kidding? Cause it seems to me.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it because I'm imagining something right now. I'm imagining Taylor's acoustic set during one of her concerts, and she's playing one of this one with the guitar. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, I'm picturing that right now. I don't know if she's performed this song live before. I haven't seen it, or at least not to my knowledge that I remember. But I could definitely see one of these going for sure. Though that acoustic set she does, whoo, wow. This is the piano version, so she does go in front of the piano too. Man, either version, whether the acoustic guitar or the piano, I would want to see that. This one does have a slightly sadder tone because of piano, which I really like it because it really matches the lyrics a lot more.
It rains in your bedroom, everything is wrong. It rains when you're here and it rains when you're gone. I was there when you said forever and always. Like a scared little boy, I looked into your eyes. Thought I knew you for a minute.
Like the original version is a little bit more upbeat and happier in tone. But this one right here, you feeling what she's feeling.
It cuts me to the core. Where is this going? That I knew for a minute, but I don't anymore.
And these stripped back versions really bring out her voice as well, and allows you to like really showcase her vocal range. Like she's not Whitney Houston, but she can deliver. She's not very breathy. A lot of emotion. Ever and always.
You didn't mean it, baby.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Back up, baby, back up. Did you forget everything? Back up, baby, back up. Please back up, oh, back up. Then you feel so low, you can't feel nothing at all. You flash back to when we said forever and always. And it rains in your
Oh yeah.
bedroom,
Break it down.
it rains when you're here, it rains when you're gone. I was there when you said forever and always.
I love this just because it really shows the versatility of Taylor Swift. Like again, I'm an outsider. Well, now I'm in the inside. Pause. I don't know, that kind of came off wrong. But what I mean by that is that I was the guy in the hip hop world. Again, I grew up listening to hip hop music primarily, and I didn't really care to listen to Taylor Swift. I was not one of those people that just hated on her just to hate on her. She never gave me a reason to hate on her, and she just kind of was just in a different world. So when I finally got into her music, I was very intrigued and surprised about how much talent she really had in terms of just all aspects of just creating music, songwriting, production wise, you know, creating her own melodies, her bridges, obviously, and so on and so forth, right? And especially during the Red album, when she did the 10-minute version and also some of the acoustic stuff, I really love that. Also, when I just watching her live performances, especially Eras Tour, 1989, and so on and so forth, I really got a good grasp of her vocal range. Oh, and Reputation Tour, when she belts out, like, I didn't know she had that in her, and I feel like she still gets a lot of shit from people. She's not Whitney Houston, but you don't need to be Whitney Houston. Mariah the Scientist, and I'm not comparing her to anybody. Mariah the Scientist is one of my favorite artists at the moment for R&B. Now, she's not a singer, but she can sing good enough. And Taylor Swift, she has vocal ability, and she does a tremendous job of, again, creating emotion. And so when she's singing a song that's stripped back, whether it's acoustic version, a piano version, it really kind of puts it in the forefront and showcases it a little bit more. And it's just really nice to hear, and it's like it's a little bit of a reminder to other people, like, yeah, I can sing a little bit, don't get it fucked up, you know. Again, I'm trying not to curse, but you know, sometimes I'm trying to get my point across, and I'm a little bit passionate, and when I'm passionate I do curse a little bit because this means something to me, and I know she feels the same way. Like, she can definitely go when she wants to. um Again, there's levels. I mean, Whitney Houston is like top of the top. There's opera singers that are top of the top, but she can go too. Like, don't get it twisted. But track 17 is Come In With the Rain.
I could go back to every laugh, but I don't wanna go there anymore and talk to the wind.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that was cool.
Talk to the man with the reasons why. And let me know what you find. I'll leave my window.
Whoa. Where did we just go?
'Cause I'm too tired tonight to call your name. I could stand up and sing you a song.
One of the things that goes underrated for her too, which I don't hear. Well, honestly, I'm not into any kind of Taylor Swift social circle when it comes to her, people critiquing her music. I just kind of, Taylor Swift doesn't really come up on my algorithm unless it's myself, just because I react to her music. And maybe I should try to like watch other people's Taylor Swift videos to see what they're saying. All I really get is like she'll pop up on TikTok, especially when The Life of a Showgirl came out, and people were like hating on the album. And I'll read the comments to see what they're saying, but there's no basis to like their argument. I'm getting on a rant, by the way, but what I was trying to say is the way she intertwines the hook into the verses is really nice. Like, that subtle drum that just came back in was really great to hear. It's very subtle, but the way it's the first hook that goes into the second verse. The way she kind of like transitions that in her songs is always really nice.
And I've got you down. I know you by heart, and you don't even know where I start. Talk to yourself, talk to the tears, talk to the man.
I love this melody.
Who put you here. I've watched you so long.
Okay.
Your name, I don't know what else I can say. I leave my window
I saw that coming.
open, 'cause I'm too tired tonight for all
We're gonna bring her back up right here. Everybody, let's go.
just to know I'm right.
Oh yeah.
So come in with the rain.
That was nice too. It was a little bit dramatic too, a little sad. Come In With the Rain. That was cool. I mean, I didn't really expect it to go the way it did, but it was still a pleasant surprise. That drum, I mean, the drums on this album. Well, it's the fact that this album has a live aspect to it. It feels like you're at a concert and she's performing this in an intimate crowd setting. And I remember when I was reacting to Taylor Swift in the beginning of my journey, a lot of people in the comments were saying, "I don't think you're gonna like her earlier works because it's very this, right?" But I love that, man. I've been to like shows, I've been to festivals, I've been to concerts, and regardless of the genre, I'm a big fan of just live music in general. Like, I just want to hear people do their thing. And so when I hear something like this, it was emotional. The harmonies were really great. You hear every instrument very clear. Again, that is a common theme of this album, is clean, clear, and warm. And for lyrics about longing for, reconcile. I can't talk tonight. I'm sorry. Lyrics about trying to fix something, reconciliation. There you go. And you just put the two together and they're just bound to work. Again, because her songwriting just really freaking works. It just like it's been a common theme for her entirety of her career. I'm really excited to listen to her debut, because her debut is really where I get to see the origins of Taylor Swift, But moving on to track 18 now is Superstar.
This is wrong, but I can't help but feel like there ain't nothing more I'd beg. Misty emotions
You see how like the guitars are very sparkly right now? And then you bring in the drum that just hits you. Okay. She said, and I've been breaking all my rules to see you. When you start breaking your rules, oh my God, you are either in for the greatest ride of your life or you're about to crash and burn. It's just either one of those two things. There's no in between. Is that another person's voice right there? Oh.
Morning loneliness comes around when I'm not dreaming about you. When my world wakes up today, you'll be in another town. You smile at
if you really pay attention to the instrumental, it's hard not to get lost into the music.
Superstar.
Oh man. Dun, 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 dun.
You played in bars, you play guitar. I'm invisible and everyone knows who you are.
Nice little fictional story, man. Dun, 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 dun. There's so much like things you can really get into when it comes to her music, especially with this song in particular, because you have the drums, you have the guitars being very sparkly and warm again. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. And then you obviously have her melody when she sings. And then you got the picture that she's painting, because she not only can be autobiographical with her music, but she can also paint like fictional stories. And you can close your eyes and really just close your eyes and get, if you focus on just one of those things. But if you have, if you just like me who just wants to just focus on everything all at once, that is just amazing too. So again, in-depth listening, casual listening, it don't matter where you fall in the spectrum. It's just right there, and you're stuck in this soft, dreamy country pop, like shimmering song, right? There's so much like warmth into it, and she's admiring somebody from afar. So I guess that person is an artist, is playing at shows, playing at bars, and like I felt like I was watching a movie in my head a little bit. So another song where you can kind of close your eyes to and get lost to. All right, track 19 is The Other Side of the Door. Whoa.
In the heat of the fight, I walked away, ignoring words that you were saying, trying to make me stay.
Oh wow.
I said this time I've had enough.
Are you for real this time?
And you've called 100 times, but I'm not.
Oh, she done.
I said leave, but
Oh.
all I really
That was-
want is
whew.
you. To stand outside my window, throwing pebbles, screaming, I'm in love with you. Wait there in the pouring rain, coming back for more. And don't
You know what? Like, a lot of these songs have that fictional side to it as well. Maybe primarily because she's on the younger side when she made this album. I don't know how old she was when she made this, but it's early in her career, and it's just so crazy that I'm just thinking about her discography as a whole right now, and it's just blowing my mind. So I'm just kind of spewing a bunch of word soup right now just because I'm thinking out loud. But it's just so crazy that from the start she was making songs that you could just picture vividly. Like this section right now, I love it. I love when she lets the instruments breathe.
me and my stupid pride are sitting here alone.
Okay.
Going through the photographs, staring at the phone. I keep going back over things
Oh.
we both said. And I remember the slamming door and all the things that
gosh. Oh yeah.
And I'll scream out the window.
Let's go.
I can't even look at you. I don't need you, but I do.
Do it again.
I said leave, but baby, all I want is you. To stand outside my window, throwing pebbles, screaming, I'll be in love with you. Wait there in the pouring rain, coming back for more. And lies in the faded picture of a
That
beautiful
delivery right there.
night. You carry me from your car up the stairs, and I broke down crying, wishing what this mess after everything in that little
It's, she's singing, but it's slightly conversational.
I must confess I need you.
That's another thing with Taylor is that it kind of seems like she breaks what the fourth wall, third wall, fourth wall, fifth wall. I don't know what wall it is, but you know what I'm talking about. It kind of seems like she's just breaking whatever dimension she is, and she's talking to the listener. It's like she's singing, but also being conversational at the same time. And I think that's one of her strengths because she just, again, she has that connection with her fans that allows you to really feel like the music, but you also feel like you're her friend. You also feel like with her in a sense. And just that way she ended that song. The song was energetic and country pop the entirety, right? But again, once you got that very strong outro, being slightly conversational, you felt it a little bit more. Obviously, a song about arguments and stuff like that. Very passionate arguments at that. A lot of the themes of this album so far is young love fantasy in a sense, because she was talking about like throwing pebbles at the window, things of that nature. Not sure if anybody would do that today, just because you'd probably likely get arrested and get caught on the Ring camera and stuff like that. But hey, very solid song nonetheless. Track 20 is Today Was a Fairy Tale. Speaking of fairy tales.
Today was a fairy tale, you were the prince. I used to be a damsel in distress. You took me by the hand and you picked me up at 6. Today was a fairy tale. Well, can you feel this magic in the air? It must have been the way you kissed me. Fell in love when I saw you standing there. It must have been the way. Today was a fairy tale.
I like how she throws that line in every few lines. Today was a fairy tale.
Today was a fairy tale. Today was a fairy tale. You've got a smile.
Oh yeah, nice melody. Come on.
Every move you make, everything you say is right.
Today was a fairy tale.
Today was a fairy tale. All that I can say is now it's getting so much clearer.
As the song progresses, there's just so much more and more emotion. Wait, haven't I heard this before?
I can feel my heart. It's beating in my chest. Did you feel it? I can't put this down. Can you feel this magic in the air? It must have been the way you kissed me. Fell in love when I saw you standing there. It must have been the way. But can you feel this magic in the air? It must have been the way you kissed me.
One of my favorite parts of the song is the fact that she kept repeating Today was a fairy tale, but she sprinkled it throughout the entirety of the song, which was really nice just because it really added to what she was overall trying to do. At first, the song was very solid, very good. Like I was having fun listening to it, but as it kept going and going and going, it had more of a cinematic feel to it. Obviously, very sparkly, popish, but that cinematic feel as the song went on was better and better and better. But that magical romance, the optimism that comes within the romance, which she was kind of describing. But today was a fairy tale. I just love how she repeated that. That added a lot. Her melody choices, goes without saying, fire. Now moving on to the next track, which is to You All Over Me.
Once the last drop of rain has dried off the pavement, shouldn't I find a stain? But I never do. tires turn stores on old county roads. They leave a muddy underneath. Reminds me of you. I lived and I learned. Had you got burned, held out and held on. God knows, too long and wasted time. Lost tears, swore that I'd get out of here. Was the one that I met you.
Okay.
With your hands in your pockets and you don't you wish you had me grin.
You see how descriptive she is?
So I smiled and I melted like a child. Now every breath of air I breathe reminds me of then.
You know, the voices have a slight distinction right now, just because Taylor's more on the forefront. But it's a nice touch to it.
Lost tears, swore that I'd get out of here. I lived and
I learned.
and found out what it was to turn around and see.
She knows which lines to make the most dramatic too.
We're never really meant to be. So I lied and I cried and I watched a part of myself die.
That was a pretty solid song. Not my most favorite, but also it's not a bad song at all. Like, I definitely do like it. Again, not one of the songs I'm gonna jump up and go crazy for, but definitely one that was really nice to hear. For the most part of that song, it was it's like it had like the same kind of like feel to it, but there was times where she delivered, especially with the hook, some lines a little bit more dramatic than others. Some of them had a little bit of a pause, kind of like a, oh damn, we're here pause, if you know what I'm talking about. Not sure if that made sense to y'all, but you know when that voice of realization, like damn, and I learned, dun, dun. It had that kind of feel to it. This Maureen Morris was there slightly. Taylor's voice was in the forefront, but it was a nice kind of undertone to what Taylor was doing. So that did add some depth to it. But overall, a solid song. Track 22 is Mr. Perfectly Fine.
Mr. Perfect Face. Mr.
Okay.
Mr. Looked me in the eye and told me you would never go
Okay.
away.
A nice way to start off the song melody-wise too.
Everything was right, but that was when I got to know Mr. Change
Okay.
Apart. Mr. Leaves me all alone.
Little switch up already.
I fall apart. It takes everything in me just to get up each day, but it's wonderful to see that you're okay.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Perfectly Fine. How's your heart after breaking mine?
Oh.
Mr. Always at the right place at the right time.
Oh, whoa.
Baby. Hello, Mr. Casually.
I like that. Okay, yeah, she definitely got into another. Oh yeah, I like the way she was like, "Hello." Na, 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 na. I would have loved it if she repeated it again. Like, so, for example, "Hello, Mr. Casually Cruel, Mr. Everything Revolves Around You." Then I would have added "Hello," and then I've been miss misery since your goodbye. Like, I would have added another "hello" in there, and then a regular line, and then another "hello." That's just me. I also don't make music, and if I did, I'd probably be pretty bad.
Mr. Never had to see me cry.
Oh, this guy doesn't sound like the greatest guy in the world.
Insincere apology, so he doesn't look like the bad guy.
Okay, I want to know how hard that is. She said, Mr. Insincere apology, so he doesn't look like the bad guy. Like, that's really hard to make that sound nice and make it flow really, like, for people to want to sing. But the way she's saying that is just genius. I know.
Mr. Never had to
Just
see
listen.
me cry. Mr. Insincere apology, so he doesn't look like the bad guy.
Like, there's some words you don't sing for a hook in a song because they're real. It's just awkward to have in a song, right? But again, the way she said Mr. Insincere apology, like the way she said it and made it flow was really nice. It's so good to hear.
Because I hear he's got his arm around a brand new girl.
Who told you?
Picking up my heart, he's been picking up
Oh.
her. And hello, Mr. Perfectly Fine.
I would have said
How's your
hello.
heart after breaking mine?
Mr. Always at the right place at the right time. Hello.
Mr. Casually Cruel.
Hello, Mr. Everything Revolves Around You. You see what I mean?
I've been
it to the bridge.
So dignified
Hey.
in your well-pressed suit, so
Oh, shit.
strategized, all the
That was very
eyes on
specific.
you. Sashay your way to your seat. It's the best seat in the best room. So far above feeling anything.
Sheesh.
And it's really such a shame.
Why's that?
Such a shame.
Tell him why.
'Cause I was miss here to stay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now I miss
Am I hearing this right? Am I hearing this right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so one thing I really love about Taylor's music is how she could just get into like a certain mode where whoever she's talking about, she gonna give it to you. She gon' man, it's just like it was like a little bit of a joke when I first started reacting to it. Like imagine being her ex and you hear a song on the radio about you and you know it's about you. And then I've been informed that, you know, she's dated some very famous people. A lot of people who they know the songs is about them. So I just think about that. I was like, imagine being that person. So many fans. You probably just walk around and you see a Taylor fan and they start singing that song about you. That'd be crazy, man.
gonna be alright someday. And someday maybe you'll miss me, but by then you'll be Mr. Too Late.
Oh yeah.
Goodbye, Mr.
Oh,
Perfectly
switched it up. Okay.
Fine. How's your heart after breaking mine?
Ain't no more hello.
Mr.
It's
Always
goodbye
in the
now.
right place
At the right time.
baby. Goodbye, Mr. Casually Cruel.
This was a really fun track to listen to just because as it progressed, obviously she switched out the words from hello to goodbye. But also the melody choice was very fun and just very catchy to listen to. Hello. Hello. It's just so catchy and she just has that superpower where she can be very oddly descriptive that makes you like, oh, but at the same time you're singing along because it's very catchy. So it's not like, because you know when some artists go catchy, it's at the detriment of their songwriting. With her, it's not that. They're both like up at the top, and she does a great job of keeping that balance, which is so nice, especially to hear. But this is a Volt track, so I mean, her Volt tracks, you'd be wondering why they were in the Volt, right? Like you just wish you could have had them when they first released. But now track 23 is We Were Happy. The way this is starting off, I'm gonna get in my feels, I already know.
We used to walk along the streets when the porch lights were shining bright. Before I had somewhere to be.
Oh,
Back when we had all night.
This is crazy. All right, let me calm down. Okay. She said, when we used to walk along the streets, when the porch lights were shining bright, I love being outside. Summertime, bro, I was outside. You know, when the street lights came on, you know what I'm talking about? But I'd be sitting outside in the front porch too. Oh man, before I had somewhere to be, you know, back when, you know, like when life started, back when I had all night. Now life is different now, man. Back when I had all night, that is so underrated, especially as you get older, looking back at the previous stuff.
When it was good, baby, it was good, baby. We showed them all. No one could touch the way we laughed in the dark, talking about your daddy's farm we were gonna buy someday. And we were happy. We used to watch the sun go down on the boats in the water. That's sorta how I feel right now. And goodbye so much harder.
Oh,
'Cause we were happy.
yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Oh, I hate those voices telling me I'm not in love.
I don't know who's the second voice. Sounds alright.
But they don't give me choices, and that's what these tears are for.
That was crazy.
'Cause we were happy. We were happy.
The way she ties it all back together. So I'm gonna go out on a whim and say that she was at fault just because she had that one line that said that back when she deserved it. So I'm assuming she maybe did something wrong. But overall, that song very nice. Again, more of a fictional side of things. You can really picture it. It does, like, listening to her, it's a sonic experience, obviously, because it's music. But then you listen to the lyrics and you just get lost in the words. And I can picture a movie scene. I can picture a plot of a movie. It was very gentle. I had the acoustic guitars in there, so storytelling definitely fit that style. About a nostalgia for like lost love or just heartbreaking mess, you know? Like, you just listen to that and you can close your eyes and you're like, oh. Then the song ends, you're like, damn. All right, next track is That's When. I feel like when we listen to the Volt tracks, no matter what album, we get to a more sadder place.
You said I know when I said I need some time, need some space to think about all of
Oh
this.
man, those words are tough.
You watched me go, and I knew my words were hard.
I didn't read
harder to ever take back.
I didn't read ahead, but those words are tough. Like, you could just picture what comes after the fact.
That's when I wake up in the morning.
Very punchy.
That's when it's sunny or storming, laughing when I'm crying.
Whoa.
And that's when I'll be waiting at the front gate. That's when I see your face, I'll let you in.
I said I know.
Oh.
You said I did you wrong, made mistakes, and put you
I've never heard of him before.
Then through the phone came all your tears, and I said leave those all in our past. That's when I wake up in the morning. That's when it's sunny or stormy, laughing when I'm crying.
Oh yeah, that's Slight
That's
Harvest.
when
Oh
I'll
my.
be waiting at the front gate. That's when I see your face. And you said honestly, when you were gone, did you ever think of me? And I said that's when I woke up in the morning. That's when it was sunny or storming.
I like how she repeats it. You ready? One more time. And that's when.
You were waiting at the front gate.
That's when.
When I saw your face, you let me in.
Again, she knows how to find that balance of repetitiveness, catchiness, and just creating a vibe. That's when. That's when. That section. That's when. It's just two words, but they do so much. And they make up a lot of the song, because without that, it would be missing. It wouldn't have its flair to it. And she just knows how to really. Oh, she's a master. She's a master at words, and it's been like that forever. I'm late to the party, but y'all know the vibes. I'm the one who is just like coming, realizing this. I'm not even a full year. I'm very close to a year, I believe, now to my Taylor Swift journey, which is pretty insane because time really goes by fast. But that's when, that's when. I've never heard of Keith Urban before. He sounded nice. I like when they harmonize slightly just for a little bit. And then Taylor Swift did some of the ad-libs too, which was really nice. I love Taylor Swift's ad-libs. It's very underrated. I've been listening to Opalite and The Fate of Ophelia, specifically the outros to those two songs. And her ad-libs in the background, so fire. If you haven't, really paid attention. But track 25 is Don't You. Oh, this is going to be sad. Oh no. Oh shit, that is crazy. Damn. I knew I'd run into you somewhere. Just imagine that. You run into that person you thought you'd never see again. I just wonder how that would be like though. Cause me personally, I would think I wouldn't care. Like it's been a long time. Like I'm healed. Everything's all good. I'm chilling. And if I were to ever bump into that person, I think I would be just fine and completely normal. But at the same time, I feel like there's that slight variation in a different universe where I'd be like, oh, fuck. And then like all these old feelings come up. But damn, that's crazy to start off the song like that.
It's been a while, I didn't mean to stay.
Oh, man.
I heard she's nothing like me. Don't you
She's getting into it.
Say you've missed me if you don't want me again. You don't know how much I feel I love you.
Oh, she's in a bad place right now.
Don't you? Sometimes I really wish that I could hate you.
There wasn't much of a hook either.
I've tried, but that's just something I can't do.
Oh, shit.
My heart knows what the truth is. I swore I wouldn't do this, but don't you?
Oh, that's the hook.
Don't
That was so seamless in the beginning, though. Yeah, so the verses are very, very short. That's why it seems like it's very seamless when it goes into the hook.
Don't you? So I walk out of here tonight. Try to
Talk
go
to
on with
him.
my life, and you can say we're still friends.
Oh, yeah.
So if I see you again, don't you?
Oh.
Don't you smile at me and ask me how
I've been. Yeah, slightly shorter song. The verses were very, very short. That's why I didn't catch the first hook, because I thought it was still part of the intro. So that kind of went seamless in, right? But you definitely felt the hurt. It seems like she's a lot, like she's always kind of like fighting for her spot. Like somebody else has taken her spot, and she's always fighting for that. She's always, in that heartbreak mood for this album when it comes to that side. Which again, for a young love aspect of things, you could definitely see that happening very often. But I really love that. I feel like the songwriting on that might be underrated just because it's the second to last song of the entirety of the album. And given that this album is an hour and 46 minutes long, you got the hits and you got the album cuts. And I feel like she has some really great album cuts, and I feel like that's one of them. And yeah, I'm not really sure entirety of the Swiftie fan base. Like I thought Delicate was an underrated song, and then I realized it was a big song that everybody really loves from her. So I'm not sure which songs are the greatest, if it's not a blatant hit, but Don't You is pretty nice. Track 26 is Bye Bye Baby.
It wasn't just like a movie. The rain didn't soak through my clothes.
Got that country delivery.
Down to my skin. I'm driving away, and I guess you could say this is the last time I'll drive this way.
You see, it's little stuff like that that really just grabs your attention.
Bye bye to everything I thought was on my side. Bye bye, baby. I want you bad, but it's come down to nothing. And all I have is your sympathy. Cause you took me home, but you just couldn't keep me.
Oh,
The
shit.
frame is empty. On the dresser, vacant just like me. I see you writing on the
You see how you could picture this, though?
And back to your hesitation. I was so sure of everything. There's so much that I can't touch.
Hold
You're
on.
all I want, but it's not enough this time. And all
You know
the
she gotta get her shit off in the
things are
bridge.
just slipping through my hands, and I'm so scared of how this ends. Bye bye to everything I thought was on my side. Bye bye, baby.
Okay.
Bye bye, baby.
Nice. That's a great way to end the song. Bye Bye Baby. That was nice. For an ending and outro of the entirety of the album, I would say that it's very fitting for, especially when you get into the vault tracks of the Taylor Swift albums, for the Taylor's versions albums. There's a big tone shift. Like we're getting into a sad realm when that happens. Like she pivots to sadness, which I am here for. I love that. And so considering that, having that as the outro, really nice. But overall, that is the entirety of the first reaction to Taylor Swift Fearless. I already broke down the first half in the previous video, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. But in the second half, more or less somewhat the same, just more of the sadder tones in here. She kept the bright and warm tones of the album. I really love. Like, this album cover is a really great depiction of the album. The color wise, just her, the way her hair is flowing in the wind and all those sparkles, that is literally how the album sounds if you can put it in a picture, just like that. And then in terms of the subject matter, young love, nostalgia, I'm a big fan of nostalgia. She really took me back to different moments in just life in general, and I feel like that's the Taylor Swift recipe, right? I mean, lyrics that people can really relate to, people can really get captured in, and close your eyes and you're somewhere else. You're not here, you're into the music, like genuinely in the music. It's such a crazy thing that like she was doing this so early on in her career. Now I can see why she like blew up to be who she is now, because to be where she is, you have to have a tremendous support system just starting off early on in your career. And she had, clearly there's a reason why, and it's the music right here. So just nice to hear it. That's literally just what I want to say. It's really nice to hear this album and just see where she comes from, some of her earlier works. And obviously I'm listening to the re-recording, but hearing the matured voice over these songs, it really does something to me. I do plan to listen to the OGs of the albums of that, that I haven't listened to yet, which is all of them. I haven't listened to any of the OGs. So I'm going to do that in the future just to hear the differences, but I do want to, get a good ear and be able to spot the differences. So in order to do that, I have to listen to this quite a decent amount of times, right? So make sure you stay tuned for that. And we also got the debut project. And then I got a lot of discussional videos coming that I really want to talk about. What I learned about Taylor Swift, being from an outsider, now being a part of the Swiftie group. Shout out to y'all for accepting me. How it's changed my life, genuinely. Ranking the albums, all different kinds of ways. And so much like stuff that I really want to talk about, just because, again, I was an outsider. Now I'm part of the Taylor Swift Swiftie group, and I just never would have thought of it. There's so much going on, and I know to a lot of people say, "Oh, you're just listening to music, like relax," but no, like there's just so much that goes into it. Anyways, I'm rambling now. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. Consider signing up for the Patreon. Shout out to all my Patreon members for really holding me down, genuinely, because without y'all, I don't know, man. I don't know. Until next time, catch you on the next one.